What's going on, everybody? Hopefully we get some people to stop in on my very randomly announced live stream here. All right, so guess I'll get started touching base on a few things since most people are going to watch this on a replay anyway. As of right now, the AKcamaro2017 channel is taking a very, very, very short break. I did make a post on Facebook and Instagram I had sent something about, but I never actually clarified it on YouTube. So a lot of people that just specifically watch the YouTube channel don't really know what I'm up to right now, or even that any of this is happening. So I'll explain this. So I've kind of gotten past the point where, you know, I've been using iMovie and it's not really cutting it at this point anymore. iMovie is very bland. You know, when you're first starting out, it's a very good program. It's a great program to learn on. It's, you know, what I learned on in school and everything. And it was comfortable for me. You know, so I stayed with iMovie for, what's going on? So I stayed with iMovie for quite a while, but now I'm getting to the point where my edit videos are, you know, they're getting where they demand a much higher program. You know, as some people know, right now I have 9 GoPros mounted on the car, along with an actual camera. And, you know, I use my phone for some things. So we're talking, you know, I've got 11 cameras on disposal right now. And, you know, a ton of equipment. I got 2 gimbals. No, actually 3. I just got another one. 3 gimbals, a drone. I got way too much crap. So basically all the equipment that I'm using and then trying to work all that in iMovie, it's just not weighing out the way that I would like it to. Especially with the edit videos, which they've been, yeah, I think I got like a minor GoPro obsession. Minor. Shut up. Still plan on getting the Hero 7s when they come out. Thank God I got a bar collar. But yeah, so, anyway, I downloaded a new program. I went on a chat and I talked to somebody that's in the YouTube pack who uses the same program that I'm going with right now. I'm going to be using Filmora. It's a very good program. I'm actually very impressed with it. Now, this is a pay-for program. It's not free. It's not like iMovie where you can just download it and, you know, call it that. You do have to pay for it. However, the features that are in it are amazing. It's mind-blowing, the things that you can do with this. Now, I know Gregory Salvatore's in the chat here. I know he has a much, much higher scale program, but, you know, that's something that he, you know, I can't get what he has, and if I did, it's expensive as hell. I'm not going up to that level right now. So for my standpoint, this is a huge jump going to Filmora. Now, the things I can do in this are very straightforward. You know, when I do the kids shooting Nerf guns, I initially started out where I had like a little image of the, you know, knock it off. I had like a little image of the bullet fire going on, and you know, it's a start. You got to learn somewhere. And, you know, now I can actually have actual bullets in screen flying past. I can have the actual, you know, bullet fire coming from the gun. I can have explosions. I can have flames. Yeah, you know, there's a ton of things I can do with that. And then on the automotive side, you know, I haven't even witnessed everything yet. There's a ton of stuff because you can download all of these extra things. Like there's things for filming cars that are, all right, I'll see you later. There's a lot of things that are in there that are out of this world, you know, for what I've been doing. So essentially when I said that I'm going to be taking a break, it's like a 2 to 3 week period that I'm going to take a break. I did look at that, but I'm really liking what I'm finding in Filmora, and I've been tinkering around with the demo. I've been watching a lot of videos. Gregory Salvatore suggested DaVinci Resolve. That's another program that's a paid-for program. However, you can get a free version and get away with a lot, whereas Filmora you can't. There's a giant watermark on it, so you have to pay for it. But you can tinker around with it until then to practice and learn and see if it's for you. Now, the reason I'm taking this, like, let's just say 3-week period off of YouTube is because I'm trying to sponge everything I can. I have to learn everything possible so that way I can make good videos. You know, I don't want to just download a program, go out, shoot footage, and then bam, because just the program alone is only the beginning to it. The program's only the beginning. What's going on, Kevin? So there's other factors. I'm looking into different ways of shooting. I'm going to be using different equipment for shooting because I've come to terms with how the GoPro operates versus how a regular camera operates, and also how the cell phone camera works. Basically, the only thing you miss is that I'm not uploading any YouTube videos, well, major videos, for like 3 weeks. Got a new program, and that's what we're getting at. Not using iMovie anymore. I'm going with something that's going to do a lot of heavy, just watch fucking replay it. Anyway, so yeah. So there's a lot going in this. It's practicing shots. You know, having my wife come in with me on doing shots, because a lot of these things are going to be stuff that I can't do myself. It's going to require an extra person. It's not physically possible. So there's a lot going into this, and I decided, instead of me trying to come into it and learn as I go, I decided, you know what, I'm going to take the time, clear my head, learn what I can, make a good video, get a lot of footage, spend time editing, and launch and come back with something totally insane, totally extreme that fucking annihilates everything I've ever done on this channel, which I can guarantee you is going to happen, because from what I've already been tinkering with, that's going to be easy. That's definitely going to happen. I'm going to slaughter everything I've ever done on this channel. Now, obviously with YouTube, there's consistency. So, you know, I have to try to upload something. So in this time period, you know, I'm back to having the cameras on full time on the car. And, you know, like right now we got bad weather going on. If anything actually interesting happens, or if I try to review something or this, that, and the other, I will try to maybe at least upload one video during the week to try to maintain that consistency, so that way I don't like fall under, because I realize 3 weeks of not uploading anything is going to cause me some shit. So that's why I figured I would make this video and actually explain what's going on, and at the same time I'm actually getting the word out there and having the video up. So, like I said, as of right now, the site's under construction. I don't know who just popped in, but whoever popped in, you're probably better off watching a replay. I've already more or less touched base on everything. Does anybody have any questions while I'm on here? Because for the most part, I've summed up what I had to initially say. I'll give it like a minute. And all right, so Kevin mentioned. All right, so Kevin, you're saying photo shoots. So are you implying having your car, or do you know models or anybody capable of modeling, or what exactly are you implying by what your comment was? Okay. Well, I know of an event that's going to be taking place for models that I'm actually intending on having my launch video be. So I'll have to, yeah. All right. Well, let me know who you know also, because we're always looking for, people to model. Apparently it's what actually people like me uploading, so I'm just going to keep doing it. I've had pretty good feedback on the model videos, so which after learning this program, that should be even better than it already was. So, but yeah, Kevin, I definitely would want to get some shots of your Camaro. Now, I have thought of even more GoPro locations on my car. I just don't have those GoPros right now. There's quite a few things, and I do think I could come up with a video that I could use your car in. It's just not something I could do immediately. And actually, I'm very curious right now because Greg's car is pretty fucking loud, and so is yours. And I'm really curious on whose is actually louder. And yes, I'm saying that. His V6 is fucking loud. And granted, you basically almost blew my eardrums out at Cars and Coffee that one time. I know yours is loud as shit, but his is loud as shit too. And I'm real curious to see what your decibel reading is versus what his would be. Do you even know your decibel reading by chance? Do you know how loud your exhaust is? Well, you don't know what your thing is. He's got long tube headers, catless, and straight piped. It's like totally fucking straight piped, essentially. So yeah, it's pretty fucking loud. It's actually nice sounding too. I had a feeling yours was straight pipe, but do you have? All right, so Kevin, do you have the long tube headers and cat delete? Oh, all right. So yeah, so I'm really curious to get it to see what the decibel reading would be for both of you. Because Kevin, yours is a what year is yours? Yours is a 10, 11, something like that, right? Be actually fucking awesome if you guys have the same year. This totally went off topic, but I mean, at the same time, if somebody wants to join in and say anything, comment and ask a question, they can go right on ahead. So I'm just going to keep it going for a little bit. Besides, we've only been on for like 15 minutes, so. And we got some comments going, so why not? It's kind of funny, like just sitting here and watching the people go in the chat. He does, but I'll be honest. I want to say his is a little bit louder, but it. All right, Greg. If you watch, go in my playlist for my edit videos, and if you look at the video, Cars and Coffee edit. The one that's got the steel stacks in the background with the Lamborghini as the image. It's from this year, so it's a recent upload. That video at the end, I actually have Kevin's car like zooming off, and you can hear, almost made me fucking deaf. Definitely gave me a damn headache. But his car is fucking loud. But it's hard to say though. It really is hard to say. Yours is, if anything, yours is only a few decibels lower. It's nothing major. Okay, all right. Well, that would make sense. Good thing you didn't, because you definitely would blow out my fucking eardrums then. All right, well, I'm just going to wrap it up here, guys. So, like I said, channel is under construction for right now. And, yeah, I agree with what Greg's saying right now, actually. Because my Borla actually quiets it down a little bit. So, like I said, channel's under construction for 3 weeks. I will upload if there's anything to upload. However, don't expect these uploads to be spectacular as what I'm promising, because those videos are coming in, like I said, about 3 weeks. You know, however, for consistency, I will still try to put up something if I can. Yeah, I mean, that's usually how it happens. I really don't care how this goes, so I'll restart my what I was saying here. Basically, I got a new program. Instead of using iMovie, I'm paying for Filmora, and all the editing that I'm going to be doing is like for my like cinematic videos is going to be off the fucking charts with what I've been doing for that. So, you know, I'm actually taking 3 weeks off of YouTube to fully learn all this and get content and actually edit a good masterpiece to return with. However, at the same time, I will try to upload at least once a week just to have the consistency there. You know, so that's basically it. Plus, you know, a few new camera angles, different shots I want to try. Having somebody else film with me, being my wife, you know, so I can capture more. And, you know, some of the shots are going to be things that I can't possibly do by myself anyhow. So, you know, that's basically it. Like, my channel is essentially going to take a ginormous upgrade in 3 weeks. It's just, you know, you get it. So, you know, anything uploaded before then will just be for consistency. And if I have anything, you know, worth putting up, I've gone back to having the cameras on the car at all times. You missed this. I don't know if you know this about me, but I got 9 GoPros that are mounted on the car at all times. So anything that happens during a daily drive, you know, I capture every angle. There's a GoPro Fusion mounted on the roof, which is a 360 camera. You can wear a VR headset with it, you know, whatever, and see everything however you want as I'm driving. And then the other 8 GoPros are just surrounding, and basically nothing can hide from me. However, I may end up upgrading the car and adding, I may end up upgrading the car and adding an additional 4 more GoPros to it, depending on how things go. Because I can't leak what I'm doing, essentially, but, well, Greg knows, so Greg, shut up. There's a few extra shots that I might need extra cameras for. Because, see, I'm that person that I would much rather invest in the equipment, have the cameras. Oh, shut up. That's not what. Well, okay, yes. All right, so if you're not reading the comments, Greg said, yes, you do need to upgrade the car. And it's not what I meant when I said that, but yes, I totally will agree with you on that one. At least everybody that's watching got a good laugh out of that. I should have rephrased that. Upgrading the cameras on the car. However, upgrading the car would be pretty cool too, because we all know that I, you know, still kind of whatever. I'm not gonna say that comment out loud, but that's pretty funny. All right, so you know, there's those extra shots that I want to do. you know, and all right, so before I got caught off guard, so I would rather invest in having the cameras to where, you know, there are some people that have 1 or 2 cameras and they will literally film and repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat. I would rather not waste my time. I would rather have the whole car covered and surrounded in cameras, get something that's legit in the action, and have it all filmed in one shot. No problems, no retakes, nothing. Because a lot of my footage that I take is not actually staged. Really nothing staged. I don't have any stage footage. Now, there are videos that I've been talking to Greg about that I do want to actually make like little mini movie kind of things. Those will be staged, obviously. But what I film as far as on the road driving, this, that, and the other, none of those have retakes. None of those are staged. Nothing. They're all legit captured in that moment with what I have on the car. You know, it's not like, all right, we did this pass and now I have to take the camera off and put it over here. No, fuck that. I ain't got time for that shit. How many level of videos can you have in Filmora? What do you mean by levels? Like how many clips you can add, or how many you can have in there? All right, so you have your little box up here where you stash all your shit, and then you have your actual editing bar where you can drop in. So are you talking about the part where you edit, or are you talking about just your whole Yeah. And actually, that's one thing that that iMovie does not have. Now, all right, so here's one thing that Greg's always been telling me, and he brought it up in the comments. So, in the edit bar, down on the bottom, in iMovie, you have your solo bar, and then up top, you have another bar. That's it. You got 2 bars. In Filmora, and I'll answer that right now. In Filmora, you can add as many as you need to bars for your footage. Now, I don't know if there actually is a limit. I'm pretty sure there's not, because from what I understand, you can fucking stack. And I've seen tutorial videos where people got it like a freaking and it's really stacked up more than I would need anyway. But worst comes to worst, I'm sure you could always take a section, have that edited, render it, plop it back in, and then stack on top of it. Where iMovie, you don't really have that option. You got 2 bars and that's it. So, you know, now Filmora, definitely for each camera I have on the outside of the car, yes, I could at least get a platform for each film clip, because what Greg was always trying to say is that when I put the cameras on the car, you know, I should stand by the car or something and do like a clap, so that way they're all in sync. So that way it's easier. You know, I have them all stacked up, and then as they scroll through, I just cut and everything, and it's an easier method to blend them because they're all synchronized on the same level. You know, so yes, that makes sense, and actually I didn't even take that into consideration with Filmora. I wasn't thinking that. I wasn't planning that at all or anything. However, now that you mention it, it's come to my attention, and yes, you know, that's actually something I'd be able to do. Having that program that, you know, in iMovie was something that I could not do. That was something that iMovie restricted. Now, the other good thing is Filmora also provides you music. And it's actually good fucking music too. You can get music from Filmora. You have tons of filters and the things you can edit with to have overlays and transitions. Everything is insane. Now, with iMovie, you can tell it's iMovie. iMovie is not really changed. iMovie is very generic and basic when it comes to these things. Whereas Filmora, there's actually, you can go into a little selection bar and go in there and download, you know, whatever you want, be it multiple or different things that you want to use. And it's not something that's just included with the program. Like, you can go in, download whatever you want. You know, there are different things uploaded all the time that you can use Even if it's just like a title bar, you know, where you have like, you know, your little display title. Like if I put like AKcamaro2017 on the screen, I'll have all this like cool freaking animation shit. You know, there's a lot of stuff like that on there, which is stuff that for iMovie was always very generic, bland, and blah. Whereas this one, like, you can literally have like all this cool animated all up in your face, which is pretty cool. You know, I had the ability to, if I wanted to sit here and go like this, I can have fire shoot out of, you know, my hand when I do that. You know, there's a lot of cool things like techniques and this, that, and the other that you can use with Filmora, and that's why I'm choosing to go with it. Now, the YouTuber that basically convinced me to get Filmora was Matt MPG. He's a part of the YouTube pack also as well. You know, and I talked with him at Supercars on State Street, and you know, I ended up messaging him. I'm like, look, tell me more about this. You know, like, let's talk about this. And you know, he convinced me to, you know, download the trial. I tinkered with it. I watched videos. I practiced, and it just for me went. And the one biggest thing for me with that is, you know, with iMovie, your key factor is your keyboard. I'm sure there's options for, you know, the Windows computers and stuff, but for the most part, they all just use the mouse, and you actually have to click on all the shit. For iMovie, and apparently just a Mac-related thing, which now this was something DaVinci didn't do. I didn't like this about DaVinci. You have certain things like you can press like Command and V, and that would cut, and Command X would delete, and you know, Command C would copy, Command V would paste. You know, there's a bunch of you know, different things that you could use just off the keyboard, and I was already familiar with this, using Macs for as long as I have. So not having to relearn things is awesome. So yes, there's things in the program I need to learn how to use. However, the actual functionality of basically how it operates is generally the same. There's just a lot more at your disposal. Slowing down and speeding up, you can actually, like, all right, iMovie, you had like, you can speed up or slow down by 50, 20, and 80%. Where on Filmora, you actually have a little bar, and you can literally decide what percentage you want slowed down or sped up. So you can pick your slow-mo to the T on exactly how you want it. You can fine-tune that slow-mo, which, again, was something that iMovie you could not do. And with certain things, my dog's eating my table, there were certain things that would look choppy if you slowed them down too much, or yeah, so it's definitely a huge upgrade, and I'm really looking forward to it. Now, because of all this, like I said, maybe. But, you know, because of this, like I said, 3 weeks, I'm not going to be doing any edit videos. I'm not going to be doing anything spectacular. That's going to be on hold. If I do a review, if there's something interesting, I'll put it up. But, yeah, that's basically it. So thanks for watching, everybody. I didn't really see anything else come in for any questions on anything besides Greg's, which I touched base on. I do want to thank everybody for joining in. Now, if you have the ability to look in the chat bar, if you're looking for new people to subscribe to, we have Straight Six Fan. He's got some cool content. And then also from the YouTube pack, we have, you know, the creator of it, Gregory Salvatore, is in there. And we've also had tune in DSW Joyride Productions. He is one of the more recent members. So you can check him out as well. And that'll be everything, guys. So I'll catch you all next time.